So I'm here with Bob Sturm right now. We're going to show you what burst training really is. There's several different things you can see on YouTube about how to perform burst training, but Bob is going to demonstrate the right way to do it, and you can join in on the fun with his misery, okay? So first thing we'll do is a squat press, and what burst training is moving the heaviest weight possible as fast as you possibly can for 40 seconds to a minute. Just not to kill Bob, I'm going to give him what he's been used to with me, 40 seconds. And the last 10 seconds of every exercise you do should be extremely hard. If you can't finish 40 seconds, you only get to 35, the weight's too heavy, okay? If you can get to 41 seconds, it's too easy no matter how much you're burning. Remember, 40 seconds, heaviest weight possible, as fast as you can with proper form, and resting ideally for about another 40 seconds only. You can go up to 3 minutes if you're not used to this. Make sure you take it slowly, be careful. But your goal then is if you do have a 3-minute rest, after about 2 weeks, check your rest time and make sure it's already come down by about 15 seconds or a half minute. A measure of good fitness is how fast you can recover between each exercise. This is not high intensity interval training where you hear HIIT. This is burst training. Not everyone can do high intensity interval training, but everybody can do burst training. You use a different amount of weight and a different amount of time, but you use the same amount of intensity. Whatever the high intensity is for you is the right amount of intensity. Okay, so we're going to start right now with a squat and a press, working the entire body all at once with Bob demonstrating, okay? So let's stay right about here, Bob.
All right.
And let's get you, I think we use 10s or 15s?
We've been using 12s.
12s. Here we go.
Okay.
So I got you on time. Good. Moving really fast, keeping your back flat, okay? What you'll notice on this exercise is when Bob goes down, the body wants to round, okay? And we don't want it to round, we want it to stay flat. Squatting as fast as you can, pressing as fast as you can. That is 23 seconds. There's your 30-second mark. This is where things start to get really rough. 35. Fast, Bob, come on. 2, 1, done. Finished. Good. So now what Bob's going to do is I have him resting for about a minute. I'll cut a lot of these breaks out so you'll see it's all spliced together after Bob's already rested, but I'm letting you know that I'm giving him about a minute rest right now. We've taken him from about 2.5 minutes rest between each exercise down to 1 minute. He's become that fit in how long a period of time?
About a month.
About a month. So about a month's worth of training, doing this 4 or 5 days a week?
Yeah.
So he's doing this about 4 or 5 days a week on his own. He's taking it from about 2.5 minutes down to 1 minute rest between each exercise. We perform each of these exercises 2 to 3 times, and we're only doing 4 exercises today. So you really get in and out of the gym or wherever you're working out in a very short period of time. What do you want to tell people?
No, I think that's the key, is the consistency of coming back and pushing yourself. It helps to have George yelling at you, but you can, listen to that voice inside you, and if you're pushing yourself, I think you'll get good results. Because I've been a big distance runner, 5 miles 4 or 5 times a week, and I never saw any changes in my body. It acclimated. This does change your body. It obviously makes you way leaner.
That's a really good point. One of the reasons, if you've ever heard my radio show here on The Ticket, Bob's also on The Ticket during the week, Sports Radio 1310, The Ticket, he's on every day during the week. And he's an avid runner. He loves to jog, and I've always talked about how you can gain more results or better results in a very short period of time. And he's been doing this a month and hasn't jogged 1 day, correct?
Right.
And he really is leaner. A couple of the other guys at The Ticket said the same thing. We recognize that he's changed. So right now, with all of that talking, that's 1 minute and 35 seconds. He actually needed it. That's why I kept going. So we're going to move to the next exercise. It'll be a chest press exercise, okay? Sure. Let's go ahead and do it right here. All right. Get your weight. Bob, when he first started this exercise, I believe he started with 35-pound dumbbells.
Right.
All right. He's now using 50-pound dumbbells, and he's not gotten big. Go. And he's moving fast. Try not to lock out at the top. Moving as fast as you can. He's gotten so strong now, these are the heaviest weights that are available here in this gym, that he's able to move very fast with 50-pound dumbbells. It still gets very hard for him, so we have ways of challenging him. Go a little lower if you can, just a hair. Not going down lower than 90 degrees at your elbow when you do a chest press. 90 degrees. Okay? Don't want to compromise the integrity of the shoulder. And there is 30 seconds. Notice how Bob's dying out now. He can't go fast. He's trying. Good job. You have 4 seconds, Bob. Oh, done. Finished. He finished. He's collapsed. Now, normally Bob's able to handle that with no problem. And it's okay if you die out. Okay? If you lose form, you compromise form, you feel like you're doing that, stop immediately. It's not safe. So what we'll do today, whatever's going on with your body, you don't have enough rest. I know you had the flu last week. What we'll do today is we're going to drop you down 10 pounds. All right? Instead of going down 5 and make you push out 40 repetitions for 40 seconds. You're on a rest right now. So what Bob's about to do right now is he's going to do something called running in place or sprinting in place. Your feet only come off the ground maybe about 1.5 inches. That's about it. You're using just about every muscle in your body. It's like you're really sprinting instead of moving forward. It's being done in place. This is very, very hard to do from a standpoint of how much it gets you out of breath, how intense it is. If Bob runs faster than I do in place and we both go for 20 seconds and we're putting in 100% effort, then we both get a whole lot out of it, because the intensity or the effort is relative. So it doesn't really matter how fast you go, as long as you're trying and giving 100%. So Bob's going to do this for 25 seconds, and I want you to see how he looks and how he's recovering after he's finished with the exercise, okay?
We'll make your heart explode.
It'll make your heart explode. That's not good to say to people. Ready? Go. Good. Try to look at his feet if you can. If you can't see his feet, you can listen. Keep going. Good job. 7 seconds left. Come on, move them arms, pal. 3. Finish. Whew. That will kick your butt. Okay? Running in place will kick your butt. Now, think about sprinting for 20 seconds. He kicked in his stress, his fight or flight response for a very short period of time. He's recovering now. Unlike when he does his jogging, he likes to jog for 5 miles, and some of the people like to jog for even longer. You're keeping your body under a stress period of time for a very long period of time. It doesn't like that. Remember, the body was designed to walk for long distances to try to find food. It was designed to sprint from becoming someone's food, like the saber-toothed tiger, or after food. It was never meant to jog long distances, so it doesn't like being in a stressed state for a long period of time. Bob just recovered right now. Okay? It took him that long to recover, and that was about 1 minute and 5 seconds. Go. So even if you don't have any equipment like Bob does right now, remember the point or the premise of the workout is to be able to move very, very fast for 40 seconds with very heavy weight. It doesn't mean the weight is going to be heavy. It's the heaviest weight you're able to use for 40 seconds. Okay, so I don't want women to be afraid of this. This is not just for men. You'll become very fit very fast in a very short period of time by doing burst training. So I've always mentioned to Bob, you don't want to collapse your chest on an exercise like this. Shorten the range of motion. Don't come all the way down. You have 3 seconds now. As long as you keep your form. And done. Good. Okay. So that's what burst training does for you. That's 4 exercises. Okay. And it's done in a very short period of time. We've done this in about 17 minutes. Okay, with rests involved. And I encourage you to try it, because all you have to do is give your best. No matter what the exercise is, give your best. What do you think people should do here, Bill?
I think if you leave your workout in 15 or 17 or 20 minutes, feeling like you worked as hard as you can, you will get results. And as George has mentioned, you got certain exercises, but you can keep it fresh, keep it interesting, but just feel like you kick your own butt for 15 or 17 minutes and you won't believe the results.
Yeah, you'll become more aerobic by doing this in a shorter period of time. Even though the routine is anaerobic, it works so hard, your body works so hard afterward to make it aerobic again. I'm aerobic just sitting here talking. You listening, you're aerobic. There's just different levels and energy systems that we use when we have different levels of being aerobic and then anaerobic. So as long as you know that, then you recognize that, you can do a very good job and get very fit in a very short period of time. So that's burst training right here today.